History remembers warriors and kings, prophets and patriarchs, but in the shadows and on the front lines, courageous women in the Bible shaped destinies, toppled strongholds, and wrote new futures, sometimes in defiance of every expectation. Their battles weren't always fought with swords, but with faith that stood stronger than fear, and wisdom that turned danger into deliverance. Tonight, we honor the top 10 courageous women in the Bible, heroes whose bold choices still inspire, reminding us that one woman, at the right moment, can change the course of nations.
Number 10. Esther, queen for such a time as this. At the heart of the Persian Empire, young Esther rose from obscurity to royalty. When the Jews were threatened with annihilation, she faced an impossible choice: stay silent and live, or risk everything by approaching the king uninvited, a move punishable by death. Counseled by her cousin Mordecai that perhaps she had come to the throne for such a time as this, Esther fasted, prayed, and then boldly entered the king's presence. Her courage exposed the sinister plot of Haman, saved her people, and established Purim, a celebration of deliverance. Esther's story is a testament to the quiet power found in standing up for others, facing danger, and leveraging influence for justice.
Number 9. Deborah, judge, prophetess, and general. In an age when warriors ruled and male judges led, Deborah shattered every boundary. Sitting beneath her palm tree, she ruled as Israel's judge, settling disputes and listening to the people's cries. But Deborah wasn't content to stay behind the scenes. When Israel was terrorized by Canaanite oppression, she summoned Barak to gather troops and promised God's deliverance. She even accompanied the army into battle, prophesying victory by the hand of a woman. Deborah's song of triumph, recorded in Judges 5, still echoes with gratitude and daring leadership. She proved that wisdom and courage can lead nations, and that faith sometimes wears a woman's face.
Number 8. Ruth, loyalty that rewrote history. Outsider, widow, immigrant. Ruth's story begins with layers of disadvantage, but none of that stopped her resolve. After the deaths of her husband, brother-in-law, and father-in-law, Ruth followed her mother-in-law Naomi back to Bethlehem, refusing to abandon her despite an uncertain future. "Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people. Your God, my God," Ruth declared, making a bold leap of faith. She toiled for daily bread, gleaning behind harvesters and catching the notice of Boaz. Her humility, tenacity, and willingness to take risks led to redemption, marriage, and a place in the lineage of King David and Jesus. Ruth reminds us that courage sometimes looks like daily loyalty and quiet persistence.
Number 7. Mary of Nazareth, welcoming the impossible. Mary's courage was in her yes, her willingness to believe the angel's impossible news. A humble teenager, she found herself at the crossroads of scandal and destiny. Pregnant before wedlock, carrying the Son of God. Despite the risks of shame, rejection, even stoning, Mary responded, "Let it be to me according to your word." She endured a dangerous journey to Bethlehem, fled as a refugee to Egypt, and watched her son's ministry unfold with faith and silent strength. In the world's most pivotal moment, Mary showed that true bravery sometimes means trusting God's plan over your own understanding and nurturing hope in the face of uncertainty.
Number 6. Rahab, a risk-taker's redemption. Jericho's walls cast a looming shadow, but within them lived Rahab, a woman with a reputation and a secret faith. When Israelite spies arrived, Rahab hid them on her roof, risking execution for treason. She bargained for her family's safety,
tying a scarlet cord in her window as a sign of trust. Rahab's actions saved the spies, and when Jericho fell, her faith was rewarded. She and her family alone were spared. Rahab was grafted into God's people, named in the genealogy of Jesus, and remembered forever as proof that courage and faith can rewrite any past.
Number 5. Jael, the unexpected warrior. The battlefield echoed with chaos, but a tent on the outskirts held the story's climax. Fleeing for his life, Sisera, commander of Canaan's forces, sought refuge in Jael's tent. She welcomed him, gave him milk, covered him with a blanket, and when he was asleep, drove a tent peg through his temple. With this single act, Jael delivered Israel from its oppressor, fulfilling Deborah's prophecy. Her bravery stunned armies and inspired a nation. Jael's story reminds us that heroes can rise from any walk of life, and that decisive action, even from unexpected quarters, can end cycles of violence and fear.
Number 4. Abigail, Peacemaker in peril. When insult and rage threatened to erupt in bloodshed, Abigail stepped forward. Her husband Nabal's foolish slight against David nearly led to disaster. But Abigail, quick thinking and diplomatic, intercepted the armed band with gifts and words of wisdom. She pleaded for restraint, reminded David of his destiny, and persuaded him to choose mercy over vengeance. David praised her discernment and peacemaking spirit. When Nabal died soon after, David married Abigail, honoring her courage and intelligence. Abigail's intervention spared lives and changed the future, proof that one wise woman can diffuse conflict and open new paths.
Number 3.
Hannah, prayer and perseverance. Longing for a child amid taunts and misunderstanding, Hannah's courage lay in vulnerability. She poured out her soul before God at the temple, vowing to dedicate any son she received to the Lord's service. When her prayer was answered with the birth of Samuel, Hannah kept her promise, delivering her precious boy to Eli the priest. Samuel became one of Israel's greatest prophets, yet it was Hannah's faith, sacrifice, and willingness to surrender that made history. Her song of praise is echoed centuries later by Mary, another mother of destiny. Hannah reminds us that fierce love and faithful perseverance are mighty acts of courage.
Number 2. Miriam, leader, poet, survivor. Miriam watched her infant brother Moses float down the Nile, devising a brave plan to reunite him with their mother under Pharaoh's nose. Years later, she led Israel's women with tambourine and song after the crossing of the Red Sea. As a prophetess, her voice shaped her people's worship and story. Though she faced consequences for pride and challenge, Miriam's leadership and artistry endured. She danced the first victory dance of a free people, capturing the courage to believe, create, and lead when others only followed.
Number 1. The Syrophoenician woman, faith against all odds. Some courage looks like standing up for what's right, even when the world says no. Jesus once traveled to Tyre, a Gentile region, where a bold woman begged him to heal her demon-possessed daughter. At first, Jesus seemed to refuse, but she persisted. Even the dogs eat the crumbs. Her fierce love and unbreakable faith moved him to answer her plea. Her daughter was healed, and her example broke down barriers of prejudice and exclusion. Though unnamed, the Syrophoenician woman's faith challenged tradition, earned praise from Jesus himself, and showed that courage can change not just one life, but the boundaries of community and hope. Courageous women in the Bible stand tall through centuries of tradition and challenge, lighting a path for every generation. Whether wielding swords or soothing tempers, risking everything or holding to hope, their stories prove that leadership, bravery, and faith know no gender or limitation. Each risk, each prayer, each act of wisdom tested the world's expectations and changed history for the better. Who most inspires you from this lineup of biblical heroines? Where do you see the need for bold, faithful women changing your life or your community today? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments, and subscribe for more journeys through Scripture's most unforgettable heroes, whose courage continues to shape the world.